Welcome to Amberg Acres. This week we're going to get this wood pile taken care of. You've seen this wood pile in how many videos now? I am going to get this all cut up and get this split. I got the first trailer full there cut up already. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to start splitting. You've probably seen that trailer. You'd have to go back a couple years to see the video for that one there. I made that 3-4 years ago already now. That was one of my first videos that I did. It works pretty good. I gotta get the four-wheel over here and hook it up before I put the next load in there, because the logs are too long, and when they stick out the back, then it, as soon as you take it off the four-wheeler, it tips down, because it's weighted correctly if you got the right length log, but when the logs hang out the back because you cut them too long. So what I should do is I should carry a stick or something that's the length of that and mark all my logs when I'm cutting them over there. Have it on the tractor, or have it on my four-wheeler, or whatever, however I do it. Or even mark a tape measure like Homestead Acres there. I think that's what it's called. Homestead Acres. He had a video where he marked his tape measure to mark all his logs and stuff. And that's a very good idea. And that's what I should carry. And then my logs would be the right length for that trailer. So when I pick them up and put them in there with the tractor, they wouldn't tip over like that. We're gonna get these split up, and then I'll load another load. Well, we'll see how it goes. The smaller stuff I do in a different rack that I have. They'll show you that a little later here. I gotta get some of these bigger ones moved out of the way. We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get some of these big ones done first. We're gonna start splitting. Let's go.
I'll send them a hard-covered as a gift, and hope that you'll take it into her side. La 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 la.
All right, this is my other setup for doing the smaller pieces. And you could put one single big one in there also, but for the little pieces, just throw them in there, and then you slice through them, and then you just grab the whole bundle and throw them on your pile. These are set up at 16 inches, so as long as you get them in there halfway straight, your pieces will come out at 16 inches. So let's cut a couple of them up. And that way you let the saw do the work, and you don't have to bend over. Would be nice if we always had perfect straight logs, but the forest doesn't want to cooperate with us. So what have we learned here today? First thing is don't just throw all your logs on one pile, because that's just making a nightmare here for me trying to get this stuff picked up and put in the trailer. Sort your logs out, keep the bigger ones together, take the smaller ones, put them somewhere else, because this is just a mess right here right now. So that's the first lesson we learned today. So I don't know what half of this wood is. Some of this was oak. I can tell it's oak. Not sure on this one. It doesn't have the weight of oak, but you can see how it was full of ants right up the middle of the tree, and that's what killed this tree. I'm really not sure. That could be a popple. It doesn't really look like popple either, so I'm really not sure what kind of tree that is. But I got a whole bunch of pieces here. You can see how they got in the middle of it and kills the tree. This stuff here is definitely oak. I ain't sure what that one is. But anyhow, this splitter we have here, I've had this splitter now for, I don't know, got to be at least 15 years or more. And it does not matter how long this thing sits out. You know, even if I don't even put stable in it or whatever, it's like one pull and the thing fires right up. It's a Tecumseh six horse engine on here. And I had a I think it was a Karcher pressure washer that had that exact same motor on it. And that thing never started. I could never start that thing. And this one here, it doesn't matter how long I leave it sit. I bet you I haven't used this now for, when did we cut that big tree up? That big tree I cut up down in West Bend there, that's 2 years ago already, I think. So it's been sitting since then. I really haven't used it. And it started right up. One pull, maybe two pulls, you know, it started right up. It's a 20-ton yard machine, came from Menards. And it works pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it, I don't like the way it's set up. You see the newer ones, they have the wedge on this end down here. And that's where I got the idea for that box wedge to put on the tractor that I broke. That we'll get that going one of these days. That would make this job really simple. But you're always handling the wood here, you know. You split the log in half, and then this half falls over the side. And then you split the other half. Then you got to go around there and pick that one up and put it back on here. You know, I think if you had the wedge here, you could split them into the wheelbarrow, and then at least they'd be sitting there, and you could pull it back. And I think it would be better having the wedge on this end. And that's the way most of the newer ones now that I see, like what's the one here in Wisconsin? Woodridge Manufacturing or something like that it's called. All of theirs have the wedge on this end here. And it just pushes the logs right off onto a pile or into your bucket or whatever, you know. A lot of guys set up a conveyor on them and whatever, but for what we're doing here, it's not a big deal. I mean, this is enough wood. This will last us another year or whatever. By the time I get this pile, and I got another pile of logs over there across the road that I cut down this summer. And by the time I get this all cut up, it's more wood than I'll be burning, probably. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. I burned for 3 days. I didn't even use a quarter of a basket, so depends how much I'm out here this winter, you know, working in the garage, I guess. Well, I'm going to finish this pile up. My biggest obstacle here today has been picking up these logs and getting them into my trailer. The forks don't work that great. I should have the grapple on there. But then if I have the grapple on there, then I can't move the baskets and whatever. And we ran out of baskets. So right now I could put the grapple on. It would probably work a lot better putting the stuff in my trailer there, in my wagon. The other thing is keeping the chainsaw sharp. I'm gonna redo some of that next summer. And you know, I gotta figure out a way that I'm not hitting that channel when I come break through the log. If I ain't paying attention, it you know, your saw just drops because you're kind of pushing on it, and it just drops, and it hits that channel for just a second. That really screws up your blade, you know. So I've sharpened the blade 3 times already today, I think. But it is what it is. It works. It works good. I just got to do some modifications to it, you know. Other than that, I guess I'm going to keep going here for a little bit. Well, this is our last load here. Got it all loaded up in the trailer. And the chainsaw, it's kind of dull again, so I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow to finish that up. But got a few more pieces of split here. One thing I'd like to say is I've had several people tell me, you know, guys I worked with over the years and whatever, that they split up a cord of wood in a couple hours, you know, with an axe. And I just laugh at them when they tell me that, because I've been doing this for a long time. And with this setup here, that's been all day. We've been out here since 9 o'clock this morning. It is 4 o'clock. So basically we've been out here 7 hours. Barb was out here for a couple hours helping me. She doesn't like being on the camera, so, you know, but she was out here for a couple hours helping me. It goes way faster with 2 people because I can cut and haul the pieces over here and throw them on the splitter, and she just keeps splitting. So it goes much faster that way. But there's no way anybody, even in my younger days, that I could split a cord of wood in a couple hours with an axe. There's absolutely no way. So obviously these people don't know what a cord of wood is. A cord of wood is 3 layers thick. So if you're cutting your pieces at 16 inches, that comes out to 4 feet. Okay, so it's 4 feet deep, 4 feet high. Okay, so that's, you know, chest high on me. I'll go stand over here. You know, that pile's chest high. Okay. So 4 feet high and 8 feet wide. Okay, 3 layers thick. That's what we got sitting there. Probably got a little more in the cord because of the way we stacked it, but that took us 7 hours with this setup. There is no way you're doing that in a couple hours with an axe. Okay, I don't care who you are. You'd have to be Superman. So if anybody ever tells you they split up a cord of wood in a couple hours with an axe, just start laughing at them, because there's no way they did it. So anyhow, I think that's the end of the video for this week. I got a big mud puddle here, and it's thawed out pretty good today, and tomorrow it's all going to be ice. So, you know, give me a thumbs up if you like these videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.